Anxiety is a feeling that many people experience throughout the course of their lives. Anxiety can present itself in a variety of forms and affects people differently. Oftentimes, it can be difficult to explain what anxiety feels like, especially to someone who has never experienced it. Unfortunately, it's almost like you have to be part of the club to fully understand it. Truth of the matter is, anxiety is an especially complex phenomenon and can have a wide range of physical and emotional signs and symptoms. These can range from feeling tense and irritable to full blown panic attacks. It can also be hard to identify, as people can experience many different types of anxiety at various intensity levels. Understanding what anxiety can feel like is the key to understanding how to deal with it. With this information, you can develop coping mechanisms and treatment plans for your own personal needs. And that is key, finding what personally works for you. So, what does anxiety feel like? So let me just be completely transparent here. I will be describing how I feel when I have an anxiety attack, or simply just a rise in my present anxiety level. Usually, my first symptom is an instant temperature increase. It's instant like that. I could be at, let's say, room temperature 60, 65 degrees, and then all of a sudden, I feel like I'm at 90. And let me tell you something, for someone who doesn't like hot weather, it's very uncomfortable. Along with the instant temperature, accelerated heart rate. And depending on what the situation is, your heart rate is going to get quicker and quicker and quicker in response to what's happening. So, along with the instant temperature increase, accelerated heart rate, now it becomes harder to breathe. And in combination with all that, it becomes harder to speak because you can't fully take in a breath and you need lungs full of air to go through your vocal cords in order to speak words properly and sentences properly in order to speak properly. And if this wasn't enough, sometimes, especially back in the day when I had it much worse, I would have tremors. Not trembling, but tremors or the feeling of trembling, but inside. Other people, it can manifest as actual trembling, but for me, it was mostly internal. Now, mentally, the big thing was the fear of losing control at that moment. That was the big thing, was always having the fear of losing control. And it just became one giant circle. These signs and symptoms are some of the more frequently observed in people, including myself. Unfortunately, there are more symptoms people can have when having a panic attack. However, remember, anxiety is a normal reaction to stress and can be beneficial in some situations. It's when it becomes excessive and debilitating that it becomes a disorder. There are millions of people who suffer from anxiety disorders and panic attacks. You are not alone. Once you are properly diagnosed, there are several strategies that can be implemented to help in overcoming your panic attack. There is no one answer or easy road to travel, unfortunately, but you can find some helpful strategies that will help in overcoming anxiety attacks with time and effort. If you found this video helpful, please don't forget to subscribe and leave some comments below. Thank you.